it's John with the 16 by 8 river layout. I'm not talking about the layout today, we're talking about my 3D printing. I just have some samples here of a bunch of buildings that I did make myself. These are ones I electronically made. I did originally have one master that I started from, and I've just broke it down into many pieces and started creating my own pieces here, my own buildings. Some of these are very good, some of these are just okay. I'm going to be doing a lot more different kinds of things with this product. Now you'll notice they're only in mostly grays. It's because that's just the color filament I use. They would eventually get painted if I keep them, or whoever ends up with these. I would assume they'll paint them whatever color they want. The roofs, I've just used construction paper to create black roofs. I have made matching roofs for them. You can kind of see they're just sitting on there for right now. This is, by the way, this is one of my little N scale buildings I made. I just made one just to try it. Cute little bugger. These N scale ones actually take about the same amount of time as some of the bigger ones, just because you have to slow it down. I do print most of my stuff in a high resolution mode, so these do take me a lot of time. I'm going to kind of show you my computer screen so you can kind of see what I got. This is my computer. Excuse me for clinking it around. That's the application that I use. The computer software is Bamboo Studios, and I have a Bamboo P1S printer. So I'll show you that quick. I'm going to zoom back out. There it is. Very nice unit. I had a Creality Ender originally, and I did not care for it. I'm not going to say it's a bad machine, because I don't think it is. There's nothing wrong with it. I just feel that the machine itself required a little more in-depth knowledge to print this kind of stuff than I had at the time. I learned a lot since then, and now I think I could have achieved this with that machine too. So, but this one was a little more user-friendly when I got it. So, but anyways, basically with these buildings here, I started out with one, I guess you'd call it, like I say, a master, and it was a license-free master, so I could break it down and do whatever I wanted to. And I brought that building into another software to break it down, and so I could make other custom buildings very easily. You can do a lot of this using a slicer software too, but there's certain things that would get so repetitious and so tedious to do that, so I found it easier just to bring it right into a CAD operation directly. So, and I'm using Shaper 3D, and I also have tried to use, God, what's the other one? Oh geez, I can't, FreeCAD. And that one, it's a little harder. I'm not a CAD person, so it took me a little bit to learn what I've even learned. And being a Mac user, not all the softwares are supported on a Mac. So I'm just zooming that in for you. So, but anyways, this is just, as you see here, there's a lot of things that are possible to do when you're using a 3D printer. I mean, doing these things here, making them myself, yeah, it's kind of rewarding that you get to do this, and it's kind of you feel a good sense of accomplishment when you do it. But even the best thing for me that I found is every one of these buildings, these are just like, I would call these filler buildings, if you're doing a little town or something like that, or you can make custom ones. You can make any type of building you want. I'm going to be making a locomotive shed coming up pretty soon, and I'll show you that once I make that, because I'm going to use that on my layout. But these buildings, I won't be using too many of these on my layout. But the nice thing about being able to do this is you've got a little spot on your layout, you want to add a little building, you go measure it, and you can whip up a building, and an hour and a half, 2 hours later, you've got a building to put in there and it's ready to go. So that's kind of the nice thing. You can print the roof, or you don't have to. You can use construction paper like some of these are. A lot of these actually are printed, the roofs, but the black ones are not. So that's, and neither is some of that tan one in the back corner there. But you can do it whatever way you want. You can print to what magnitude you want. I could print sidewalks. I could print this all as one big long strip. Of course, that would take a lot of time. These buildings take anywhere from about an hour and 15 minutes all the way up to 4 hours for that, like this big 3-story back here. This guy. This one here took me about 3 hours to print this thing. Or no, about three and a half, 3 3/4. I don't remember exactly, something like that. So I got about, in all these buildings you're looking at here, about 17 hours printing time. And I think that does not include this little guy. This one was about an hour and 21 minutes, I think. Something like that. So with that being said, I guess I'm putting my video out there to tell people that the 3D printing stuff works pretty well for model railroading. I'm very pleased with my results, and it's something that I think anyone can do. I'm not any more smart than probably most of you guys. You guys can all do this just as easily as I could. It just requires a little bit of patience and reading and a little practice. I will tell you, these buildings here are by far not my first ones. I've got about 6 of them in my trash when I was trying to figure out temperature settings, adhering settings to the hot plate board, brim settings, just any kind of, all the little settings you have to think of, temperature settings for the filament, temperature settings for the board that it sticks to, the plate. And there's so many different things, but I just practiced until I got it figured out. And even one of these, when I was printing this one here just a little bit ago, this was the last one I did. That one, the first one I did, didn't come out right away. It went bad on me, thank God, because sometimes you'll print something and you get all the way halfway, almost to the top before it goes bad. That can happen. It usually doesn't, but it can. So I had one of those things happen to me yesterday. And I kept the building because I'm going to just saw the top off and put a new top on it. So not a big deal. But anyways, there's all kinds of things you can print. As I've shown in other videos, I've been working on all these different things. You guys seen this if you watch my videos on my 3D stuff. Now, you didn't see this. I was goofing around just printing some semi-truck rims. I just wanted to try a couple different sizes. That's about a 1/14 scale. I don't even know what scale that is, 4 inches tall. I just tried that for fun. Then of course there's the front of one of my ships that I did that I'm gonna make. I actually do have all the pieces made for my ships. I just gotta sit and take the time to glue everything. And then again, if you watch my videos, you saw there's one of my box cars. I've printed 4 of them out since then, different sizes. I got another one behind there, an HO one behind the N scale bridge, and that's an HO bridge. And then there's a 1/25th scale truck tire and wheel. The tire is real, but the rim is fire truck rim. I just wanted to try some of that stuff. I think it's kind of neat to do that kind of stuff. And of course, one of my ships again. So that's kind of one of my big passions is the ships. So if you watch my channel, you'll see I like doing it. I've actually now got where I can make some more better details in these two, but these ones didn't include it because I didn't know how to do it at the time, but I do now. But we'll see. These ones will get the detail added separately, but next time when I print one, I'll probably print it out with the detail included. So anyways, that's all the kinds of different things you can do. It's actually pretty much unlimited what you can do. I mean, there's so many things you can do with this kind of process of 3D printing. It's amazing what you can do. So if you can think of it, you can probably do it. I'm not going to swear to it, but you probably could do it. So, and then of course online, there's tons and tons, I would say thousands of free files. And then there's probably more pay files than there are free ones. But a lot of the stuff is relatively cheap. I'm going to probably say there would probably be a range of between $1.50 and all the way up to about $50 to buy most decent things. But there is a lot of things that are more expensive, but the majority are way cheap. So, and it's worth it. I've bought a few things. The building I originally started this project with, my original master was one that I did get free, license free, and I think it came with my printer that I bought. I got a membership. So anyways, that's all I got for right now. I just wanted you guys to see where I'm at with all this 3D stuff, and I will be posting more of this, probably a lot more of this over the summer than I do train stuff, other than video shorts. There'll be a lot of train running shorts, and there's going to be some 3D printing shorts. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add a few of these where I was printing that big building there and this little guy here. So I did make a couple of videos for that. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, and feel free to send me a message asking me a question or commenting or telling me what I'm doing wrong. Either way, just send, if you want to, just let me know what you think. Thanks.